कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Ramayana is a treasure trove. Every shloka of the Srimad Ramayana by Valmiki has so much of beauty. It makes us internalize. And it has a huge message which is relevant even till date. That said, we have been religiously, sincerely, with utmost devotion, we have been following the footsteps of Sri Ramachandra in Srimad Ramayana. We have seen the circumstances that led to his birth. We have seen his marriage with Sita. We have seen Sita, Rama and Lakshmana, the trio, walking to the forests. We have also seen Sita being abducted. This more or less covers half of the Srimad Ramayana, which is Bala, Ayodhya and Aranya Kandams. When I say more or less half, I am very clear about it. Why? Because if we speak of the Srimad Ramayana in its entirety, it covers Bala, Ayodhya, Aranya, Kishkindha, Sundara, Yuddha and Uttara Kandams as well. But our ancestors have made it a paddhati, a tradition, that if we are reciting the Srimad Ramayana in the Parayana Kramam, in the procedure of recitation, or meant to be given as discourses, we start with Balakandam and end with Rama Pattabhishekam, which is Yuddha Kandam. We take excerpts of the Uttarakandam and use it suitably in our delivery. True to this understanding, we have now reached the culmination of Aranya Kandam, which ends with Shabari Moksha. After having been witness to Shabari obtaining moksham and walking into the blazing fire, Rama and Lakshmana enter Kishkindha, a region, a province which is found in the northeastern part of Karnataka Desham. Interestingly, this state is called Karnataka. The Vyutpatti, the way the word Karnataka is derived, is when the Acharyas say that this state, its prosperity, the culture, the civilization that it carries resembles the auspicious earrings held in the ears of Sri Mahalakshmi. So Sri Mahalakshmi, if she loves to hear something auspicious, she loves to hear the people of this region speak. So this land has that unique or the distinct identity of being associated with Mahalakshmi. So it is called Karnataka. Today we call it Karnataka. And Karnataka, its capital, its other cities add a lot of value to our culture. That said, this Kishkindha region has been used even in Srimad Ramayana, especially when Rama and Lakshmana enter that particular region. Now, let us enter Kishkindha Kandam and understand how Valmiki describes it. Hridaye me naravyagra. Rama tells this to Lakshmana. Shubhama virbhavishyati tada gaccha gamishyavaha pampam tam priyadarshanam. Pampam tam priyadarshanam. I would love to see the Pampa Tiram, that Pampa lake. I would love to see. Now, as Rama says, Lakshmana, let us proceed and walk towards the Pampa lake. We need to also create or probably break the myth. This Pampa and this Pampa lake has very little to do with the Pampa river in Kerala. There is one huge bhakti following for Swami Sri Ayyappa. He is referred to as Ayyappa. He is regarded as the avatara of Shasta. So, this kshetram called Shabarimala in Kerala is often associated with two names. One, Shabari, hence it's called Shabarimala, and the river that flows by that particular region, which is called Pampa. So, some scholars of that tradition opine that Shabari, who is mentioned in the Srimad Ramayanam, is the Shabari here. The same scholars also opine that the Pampa which is mentioned there is the Pampa river here. With utmost humility and modesty, I would love to suggest that Srimad Ramayanam has the same names occurring, which is Shabari, whom we have seen in the end of Aranya Kandam, and the name Pampa. So, the Pampa Sarovaram which is mentioned in Kishkindha Kandam and the Shabari of Aranya Kandam, in my humble opinion, have nothing to do with the Kshetra Mahatmyam of Shabarimala. Maybe there were other bhaktas with the same name and there is a river with the same name. Here it is Pampa Sarovaram, there it is Pampa Nadi. Hence, Hridaye me naravyagra shubhama virbhavishyati tada gaccha gamishyavaha pampam tam priyadarshanam. Lakshmana, let us go, proceed towards Pampa lake. Then, as Rama walks alongside Lakshmana towards the Pampa lake, he says, Mam tu shokabhisantaptam adayaha pidayanti vai bharatasya cha dukkhena vaidehya haranena cha. A lot of agony afflicts me, Lakshmana, says Rama. What is it? Bharatasya cha dukkhena. Well, we all left Ayodhya to the forests where I have to leave back Bharata. For the welfare of the subjects of Ayodhya, I was severely shattered. I felt very bad. Bharatasya cha dukkhena vaidehya haranena cha. Vaidehya haranena cha. At the same time, when Vaidehi Sita was kidnapped, it brought agony to me. So, two people who are very close to me, my dear brother Bharata, whom I had to leave in Ayodhya, my beloved Sita, who was abducted. Both these people, their separations has caused so much of pain in me. Then he says, when I go back to Ayodhya after 14 years, Lakshmana, you guide me. If Janaka is present there to see his daughter come after 14 years and I tell him that Sita has been kidnapped, and he asks me a question, what will I answer? Kim nu vakshyami dharmajnam rajanam satvavadinam janakam prishtasitam tam kushalam janasamsadi. If Kaushalya asks me, where is my daughter-in-law? She is the only solace for me, Rama. Where is my daughter-in-law? What answer shall I give Lakshmana? Kim nu vakshyamyayodhyayam kausalyam hi nripatmaja kvasasnusheti prichantim katham chapi manasvinim. Then he says, leave Janaka asking me questions about Sita. Leave my own mother Kaushalya asking me questions about Sita. But one thing, Lakshmana, I am not able to forget that pleasant countenance, that beautiful, charming face, that heartfelt smile, those beautiful rows of teeth, those beautiful eyes, and soft words spoken by my beloved Sita. Nahitam sukshma pakshmakshim sukeshim mrudubhashinim apashyato me saumitre jivitesti prayojanam. What is a prayojanam? What is the purpose of my existence, Lakshmana, when I can't see my beloved Sita? Then he says, Lakshmana, can you see those crows flying there? It feels while Sita had to face that agony, the same crow indicated to me. And now it is here to see how much pain I am going through. So when he speaks about the crow, you could consider it as a bird or specifically a crow. There are two incidents which some commentators liken with. One, before Sita being abducted by Ravana, the entire situation in the forest was grim. The flora and the fauna around the trio knew much before what they had known that there is going to be some calamity which is going to strike them. So maybe Rama might have witnessed those crows indicating the impending problem, calamity that he is going to face. The second incident occurs in Chitrakutam, which is being described later by Sita to Hanuman in Sundara Kandam. That is when Indra's son, in the form of a crow, came and disturbed Sita. So these are the two crow incidents. Maybe these are the incidents that he is mentioning. Yesha vai tatra vaidehya vihagaha pratiharakaha pakshimam tu vishalakshyah Samipamupanishyati. Lakshmana, look at the hamsas, hamsa birds in these ponds. Even they feel embarrassed that they are not able to help me in the cause of Sita. When I am going in search of Sita, these hamsa birds feel so bad that they are of no use to me. The Tamil poet Kamban uses this particular verse in Tamil while describing or gauging Rama's situation. Arimalar pangayathu annam yenganum பொறிக்குழல் புக்க இடம் புகழ்கிலாதயாம் திருமுகம் நோக்கலாம் இறந்து தீர்த்தும் என்று எரியினில் புகுவன எனத் தோன்றும் ஈட்டத்து. Says Kamban. Now, Rama tells Lakshmana, Padmakesara sansrishto vrikshantara vinisritaha nishvasa iva sitaya vati vayur manoharaha. He says, Lakshmana, when I smell the pollen that comes from the blossoming lotuses of the pond, the air, the breeze that manages to creep between the gaps of tall trees, branches and leaves, it reminds me of Sita. Well, do breezes remind human beings of other people? Will pollens of flowers cause so much of agony in lovers? What is this description all about? Is this true? Next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.